What's up, everybody? It's Charles, and today we're going to be teching out my Matco quarter-inch drive digital torque wrench. This is the ETWA 20K digital torque wrench, and it has a range from 1 pound-foot of torque all the way up to 20 pound-feet of torque. So it is a very low-scale torque wrench. This one also comes in two other models. It comes as a torque angle wrench, as well as a flex head. This one here is a fixed head. I actually picked one of these up for the dealership when the Takata airbag recall first dropped because we had a target torque measurement of like 4 Newton meters, which is really low, so we needed something to be able to achieve that. Now, I absolutely love digital torque wrenches. My go-to torque wrench over many, many years of my career was a digital one. Oddly enough, I do still like the clicker style for torquing down wheels. This torque wrench has a 72 tooth count head and has a very low swing angle of about 5 degrees. It alerts you that you've achieved proper torque, one, by lighting up in various stages. So as you build to torque, it'll go from green to yellow to red. It also has an audible alert, so it'll beep for you. In addition to that, it will vibrate the handle when that torque value is reached. I like that because you don't necessarily have to be looking directly at the screen in order to tell that you've hit your target value. It has a pretty nice rubber-coated grip as well as a finger groove, so you get your hand in exactly the correct position. This is cool too because it has 9 programmable modes, so if you have a couple of jobs that you do consistently, you can have those values available just with a couple pushes of a button, and you don't have to scroll through the entire range in order to get to your target value. Like most torque wrenches, it has an accuracy tolerance of about 2%. During the calibration stage of my exact torque wrench, it was all within 1% accuracy, so this is an incredibly accurate torque wrench. And being that it goes down so low, that is very important. Included with the torque wrench was a blow-molded storage case, batteries, the instruction manual, and the calibration sheet. I'm not a huge blow-molded case guy, but I do always store my torque wrenches in their cases. Like I mentioned, I'm a big fan of digital torque wrenches, and this one has a lot that I like about it. I like that you have multiple identifiers for hitting your target torque value: vibrate, light up, and sound. I really like the programmable settings where you can set your torque value and have 3 or 4 ones that you normally use, the really common stuff, and only have to hit the button a couple of times. It's got a really nice, bright, backlit display, so if you work in a shop or an environment that's poorly lit, it's no problem to see. And it's pretty comfortable to hold. I really do like that they have the finger grip, so they tell you exactly where to put your hand on this torque wrench. A lot of people will hold a torque wrench the incorrect way, and that can affect its functionality. Now, there's also a few things that I don't really love. The major one on this wrench is that it drains batteries like crazy. If you're not using this all the time, like once a day, you gotta take the batteries out of it, otherwise it'll just kill the batteries. The batteries that came with it didn't last very long, just a handful of uses because I wasn't using it every single day. I scrapped those and installed some rechargeables, which are great so that I don't have to keep replacing them. I'll link the rechargeable batteries that I use and I recommend down in the description. The batteries dying is a pretty big deal to me anyway. I don't want to have to worry about taking batteries out, dumping them back in every time I use it, or going to use it being in a hurry, working hard, and find that my batteries are dead on my torque wrench and I'm out of AA batteries. Something that did throw me for a loop when I first got it is the cap is counter-threaded, so you have to tighten it in order to remove it. Not a big deal once you're aware of it, but I did struggle a little bit to get that cap off. Another nice thing is the threads on the wrench and on the cap are metal, which should hold up a little bit better long term. They probably made it metal because you're taking it on and off so much replacing the batteries. Overall, I like the wrench a lot. It functions really well. It's incredibly accurate, and I like the display a lot. The battery thing is not a deal breaker, but it's something you really do want to be aware of. When it comes down to it, we have to look at, is it worth it for the price? This is an incredibly short range for a torque wrench, 1 to 20 Newton meters, but if you're dealing with things in very low torque, you do want a good quality, highly accurate wrench. This torque wrench retailed, I want to say, for just under 400 bucks. I couldn't find it on Matco's website anymore. They've replaced it with the angle and the angle with the flex head. The torque angle comes in at $450, and the one with the flex head is right at $500, which is a lot of money for one wrench, I think. Or you could probably pay like 20 bucks a week for, what, 25 weeks and buy it that way. It's a lot of money for a limited range wrench, but if you need something with that low torque range and want to do digital, so you can do things like turning torque as well, this seems to be a pretty good option. Like with every review, that's my experience, my opinion, and your mileage may vary. Be sure that you're buying tools that fit what you need and fit your toolbox. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Questions, comments, go down below. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you wanna see more tool reviews, check out the tool review playlist. And if there's something you'd like to see reviewed, drop that down below. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.